Howdy folks, it's the Creepy Kentuckian here with you from DEADPIT.com. Today we are taking a look at a brand new release from our good friends over at Arrow Video, a new collector's edition, if you will, from Robert Wise, his classic film from 1977, Audrey Rose. If you've seen this movie, that is one thing. As soon as I got a copy of this to review, I just kept saying, Audrey Rose, Audrey Rose, Audrey Rose. If it wasn't 97 times, it wasn't once. Anthony Hopkins is the star, but he says the little girl's name, Audrey Rose, over. Audrey Rose, and over and over and over. So much so that it becomes laughable. But we're going to talk about the movie. This is a film that I don't think DEADPIT.com or DEADPIT Radio ever reviewed back in the day. Perfect opportunity to, just simply because Arrow recently came out with this brand new edition. And they always do a great job over at Arrow Video, our good blokes over there. Plus, this was a movie that I had not seen in many, many years. Good opportunity to go back and revisit it. The movie, directed by Robert Wise, who is legendary in the film game, not just in horror, but in other genres as well. Some of the stuff that he did over the years, The Haunting, The Sound of Music, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Star Trek, the motion picture, West Side Story. So famous, tons and tons of other ones too, from way back in the early days of Hollywood. In 1977, he returned to the horror genre. This was shortly after the huge success of The Exorcist. And they thought with Audrey Rose, they could make something kind of similar, but with its own little twist onto it. The movie Audrey Rose begins in 1965. There's a devastating car wreck which kills a mother and her young daughter. And we quickly fast forward to present day at the time, 1977, at New York City. There is a young family, mother, daughter, father, who are being watched by this mysterious man in the shadows, Anthony Hopkins' character, Elliot Hoover, who eventually in the movie they meet up and he explains to them that their daughter Ivy, he believes that she is the reincarnated spirit of his daughter that passed away back in 1965, Audrey Rose. The mother and the father, Janice and Bill Templeton, also notice that their daughter is having bizarre episodes in her sleep that she cannot wake up from. Like walking nightmares, if you will, something like that. The visions and the nightmares from Ivy get worse and worse. She will only respond to the name Audrey Rose when she is in that state. Things kind of escalate from there. I think a lot of this movie was kind of inspired by The Exorcist, with the disturbed little girl starring. There is a lot of terrifying visuals in this movie. It is more along the lines of a psychological thriller than a horror movie. But at the same time, it's got some really interesting stuff in it for that time period. Anthony Hopkins this is kind of a weird role for him, I think. I think that this is a role that, honestly, he may have been too well qualified for. There's some things in this one that halfway through, it kind of turns into like a courtroom drama. It's paced kind of oddly. I think there's a few things like that that's holding it back from being an all-time classic, but it's good. I enjoyed it. Audrey Rose is one of those kind of middle-of-the-road movies that you'll want to check out. If you're a fan of The Exorcist, Beyond the Door, this is probably one of the better of the Exorcist clones from that era. Arrow Video did a great job with this release, though. I think that this is one that did not have a significant North American Blu-ray. I know that Imprint Films did one over there in the United Kingdom. This one's beautiful, though. Great cover art, as always, and packaging and everything. Some of the special features on this include Hypnotist inside the score of Audrey Rose, an archive interview with film music historian Daniel Schwiger, Investigator, the Paranormal World of Frank De La Fita, an archive interview with the author and scriptwriter of Audrey Rose, The Role of the Mother, an archive interview with Marsha Mason, I've Been Here Before, archive video essay by Lee Gamblin looking at reincarnation in cinema. Then and Now, brand new featurette looking at the New York film locations for the movie. Faith and Fraud, a brand new interview with magician Adam Cardone about reincarnation and belief in Audrey Rose. Audio commentaries, all that good stuff around it up. This one just recently came out from Arrow Video. Check it out. Check us out over at DEADPIT.com.
Just a thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
don't.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to touch nothing.
Listen, they need to do that now.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
Hey everyone, it's Oak Early Jaws. Since spooky season is officially over, it's time to bring on the turkey, motherfucker. Time to bring on November. And here in the month of November, we got some great shirts for you. We got Faces of Death, Part 2. We got Creepy Stories to Tell in Kentucky. The Colonel Would Approve. We also got DEADPIT.com. We got DEADPIT Radio with the little fucking DEADPIT dude on there. We got It Never Ends, a Halloween spook parody of the new movie. We got It at Night. We got the Rat Pack, Uncle Rat himself. It just gets better and better. So go on and get you some shirts over at Team Public. It just gets better and better, boss.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DeadPit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.